Gomia. I'm a bear. I'm gonna play Vampire Survivor today. I was gonna play this a little bit earlier, but then I woke up incredibly fucking late. Um, so this is happening now. That being said, it's only probably gonna happen for about an hour and a half. There are some things I would like to do with it that are, I know, shocking, terrifying, and completely no, but it's just gonna happen. Press to start. Alright, we unlocked everything in the game. Yay. There is one mystery left though. What the hell is this supposed to? There's apparently a weapon I think. I am a little weirded out by it. But that being said, it's not that huge of a deal. Oh, heck. Um, I was working on curses, right? For the entire party? Oh, uh, actually, check on my power up. Yeah. So I was buying upgrades for growth. And then I'm gonna do once I am done buying out everything in the shop. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna do increasingly difficult curse run. Uh I think I am doing them all in the library just to start. And then I can do a very difficult stage. Maybe increasing in difficulty. I feel like that would be hashtag and whack. Alright, let's go ahead and as Imelda, because I don't actually remember playing as Imelda last time and doing a curse run. Let's do Fairy. And we're just gonna vibe today, honestly. Last night, I had a really bad headache. And then I felt better, but then I was too keyed up to sleep, so I ended up playing a little bit. Uh, wow. Let's see. Let's multiply all of my projectiles from now on. Yeah, so I ended up being a little bit too distracted to sleep after my headache went away. So I just ended up playing video games all which is why I'm up a bit too late today to do the things I actually want said. But you know, uh, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, as they say. Soft voice, there, soft baby bird. Um, what? Yay. Yeah. What I'd like to do today. I'm probably gonna get off in about an hour and a half. I want to increase difficulty. Knife is pretty good. Um, I really wanted to uh I wanted to go get my groceries done. And I have to go to a specific grocery store in order to get something I really want. Um, what I want. I want really want something get only at a specialty grocery. Today I will have to try and fit in. That'll be a thing. Uh, I think we're just gonna stick with these for right now. I want to make sure that my upgrades come in pretty consistently, even if there are other weapons that I really want away. Just been Spinach would be good, I think. Yeah, just make sure that get everything that I really need in a time. But yeah, today honestly, I've been putting off a lot of really important chores for a while now because I've been saying, oh, I'm too busy. I scheduled something today. I didn't really want to do it, but at the end of the day, it's getting to a point where I'm using it as sort of an excuse for not doing what I'm supposed to actually be doing. Here I am trying to be. All these are farther along in magic. So yeah, I'm going to probably get some food later today. And then I need to come back, get ready for work, go to work, come back from work, and then, oh, do I? Okay, and then after that, I will be on my own again because I need to start making time in my schedule to actually do things around the house instead of putting it off for another. Alright, Bible's good idea. Bible's a very good idea. Self-defense options always a good. You need a bracer at some point. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm trying to treat streaming like I do with a job. There are times when I'm off, and there are times when I'm on. Because I can upgrade. I'll probably do Bible next though, given it just because I do actually need my wall to be up, so I cannot die. Why not? Fire wand. Alright, so I need to grab spinach, bracer, and spellbind. Okay. Because at the end of the day, I am trying to treat this like a job. So I clock in, I clock out, and then once I am done with work, I do other things with my day. Which, I mean, for someone who probably should be treating this like a hobby, may not be. This may not be the healthiest thing to do, but I'm really, really trying to make sure that that I stay consistent with this, I guess. And treating things like a job is the only way for me to actually stay consistent with things that I want to do. Otherwise, I just forget they exist. Bear memory. Extremely fucking poor. Because I want to stick with this for a really long time, no matter what happens. No matter what does end up happening to the future. I want to do this specifically just going on the internet and talking just to myself sometimes, but other times to other people. I want to be able to regulate my hours and do the things that I like in a kind of organized way, in a way that lets me fit in everything that I have to do and then everything that I like to do. And I feel like the only way for me that is by making sure that I treat things like a professional, which may not be perhaps the healthiest way to think about this now that I'm really thinking about it, but that's the way I want to do it, man. It makes me happy to know that I've accomplished something and that I did everything that I set out to do. I promised myself, hey, I'm gonna do this. That being said, there are a lot of projects that have gone to the wayside because I'm very, very, very busy nowadays. And even then, I'm just busy sleeping because sometimes that is just how it is. You just sleeping, I feel, is something that I don't let myself do a whole lot. Specifically because I just don't want to give myself the room to, Oh, hi, yes. How are you? Hello. Oh, man. Let's see. How are you? Knife does... Wand does more DPS. Alright. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, no, no! Take care of your throat! Honey lemon tea, please. Stuff like that. Any well wish for you. That really blows, man. I mean, you're going... Oh no! What were you singing? Why were you singing? Congratulations on singing. I know that that's a bit of a... oh, what would you say? A fraught affair for you. Oh, hello, Marvone. How are you? I am doing very, very well. I'm just going to play Vampire Survivor a little bit. Try and do increasingly difficult curse runs. And now that I think about it, doing curse runs the way I do might take a really, really long time. Oh, I see, I see. Well, yeah, take care of your throat, man. Just make sure that you can keep singing for a real long time. I'm sure that the singing was a lot of fun. Well, I hope it was, or at least if it wasn't, that I hope that the effort was worth your effort. Yeah, I'm having a good day. I want to, I wanted to keep playing this game for a while. And I was thinking about ways to make it more difficult for myself. So I would continue to have content to play. And I think that curse runs are pretty standard. And I'm not particularly creative, and I don't want to challenge myself or anything to do something completely crazy. So I think easing into curse runs, and then maybe for some extremely difficult last run, I can do something actually difficult. I don't want to beat death. It might come down to it though if I literally run out of content, but I can make my own fun. Yeah. I don't care if they're actually hard. Like I said, I'm gonna ease myself into it. You think that I'm playing this for difficulty? Tut tut, you've been here for so long and you still don't know the first thing about... Oh, goodness gracious. I am making fun of you. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is that, like I said, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I've never been a part of the gaming community. I don't take intense joy in beating a difficult part of the game. I'm here just to vibe. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm sorry. I hope you get some better sleep. The collab was interesting. It started out rough, continued to be a little rough, but then I started actually enjoying the game itself. So that was just an immense relief to me. I was really, really worried that I was so worried about all the technical difficulties that I was making it difficult to enjoy actually playing the game. And if I'm not enjoying playing the game, I feel like a lot of the people who follow me because I am very determined to only do what I enjoy. Um, and if I'm not enjoying the game, then it's I guess it's not a lot of pressure for me to start finding ways to enjoy the game because I will literally just do whatever I want, including not have fun. But I feel as though I'm doing myself a disservice by not immediately yeeting out whenever I can't be honest with myself and say that I'm not having a good time. But I did. I really had a good time. After the few bits of technical difficulties ended up clearing up, I was uh, able to have a really great, honestly, like a ton of fun trying to make sure that we make it out of prison. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. Um, that being said, I don't think it's a game that is necessarily for me. Um, let's see. You want? Yeah. I had a really good time. What I will say is that I did very much realize that all I kind of wanted to do was stay in jail and do my time. uh, frankly, it brought out the I don't want fucking trouble in me, honestly. I don't want any trouble. I'm just here to do my time and get out. That being said, I never ended up making up any fiction about what I did, so if I was a lifer, then you know what? If I was a lifer, I'd still probably just do my time, not make waves. Yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry that you hate work. What would I do to get life? Hmm. Murder, probably. Um, let's see. Yeah. Same. Whenever I am in a position where I have to, I love a fiber. Whenever I am in a position to decide what I'm doing is worth it or not, I guess I'm a little tiny bit of a hedon. So if I am not having fun, then I just immediately stop what I'm doing and I move on to something else. Not that that's like probably the thing I should be doing because it takes discipline to do the things that you don't want to do in order to get what you want later. But at the same time, I find so many things in life fun and things that I am actually required to do fun. Like I'm the kind of person who just genuinely likes doing chores sometimes. I find it very soothing. It's the time that it takes to do my chores that I find a bit stressful. Um, uh, but yeah, I totally get that. I want to only do the things I do when I am enjoying it, for good and for bad. Um, um, and if I don't enjoy it, I'll just stop. I guess I just don't value like I also feel like that makes me a very inconsistent person because I want to be the kind of person who can like really stick with things even though I may not enjoy it. No sounds ever. Um, But at the end of the day, I'm I guess it's kind of the consequence of not being very pushy with other people. I'm also not very pushy with myself. I'm a little bit too forgiving, honestly. Alright. Da, 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 da. That sounds god awful. Please do not deep throat. Poison ivy. I've only ever seen poison ivy, um, but you know, it is what it is. I've also actually never seen anyone step in poison ivy. I think that, in all of my years tromping around in the wilderness, bear style, because need I remind you, I am an actual fucking bear. Um, uh, the people I was with never actually. We were always very careful to be mindful about where we were. So I've never, even though I know all of the and this is I'm only mentioning this because I feel like this is a very rare thing for me because usually I I don't listen to people when they warn me about terrible things and then I reap the consequences of my actions and then I'm like, oh boy, well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions. But the poison ivy thing is the one of the only things that I have ever uh, done that one of the only things that has avoided my life experience. I've never seen anybody step in poison ivy. Partially immune to laryngitis or to poison ivy, because both are that's quite a thing to say about both. Wow. Oh, did you? I only learned recently that if you are bitten by a mosquito and you actually get a skin reaction from it, that does mean you're actually technically allergic to it. I did not realize that, and I've been getting mosquito bite bumps on my bodies ever since my very, very first build, so um, I guess I'm allergic to mosquitoes, apparently. Really say. To poison ivy. That is remarkable. You know? I thought that I wasn't lactose intolerant. Uh, Turns out that I am. I was just ignoring my body telling me that I was hurting it. Now I drink less milk and now my skin is much clearer. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad that it must be very convenient to be immune to poison ivy. I guess you don't have to really pay attention to where you step. Less. There are a bunch of things that have never happened to me before, despite being a very old bear. I've never broken a bone, for example. In all of my deaths, I don't think I've ever broken a bone. Give me a sec. Yeah, no, I've never broken a bone. Huh. Weird. I mean, I've died in a whole bunch of other ways, but I've never broken a bone before. A cross, huh? A stick game. I love a stick game. Good stick and ball game. um. Yeah, lacrosse is really rough. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh. I'm hilarious. Uh, nah. Um, I really don't think I've ever broken a bone before. There are a bunch of things that have never happened to me, but I think breaking a bone is among the things that I feel like should have happened to me, considering that I was the type of bear to just run off and then get myself into situations where I would eventually die. So, alright. Have fun with your visitors. I hope it goes well for you. Do not stress. Have fun. Do not feel obligated to follow my content at all. Oh, okay, knives are the lesson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We, um... Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant, honestly. Neither sounds pleasant, but, how badly did you get electrocuted, by the way? I've zapped myself once or twice plugging things in, but never properly electrocuted. Yeah. One thing that has definitely happened to me is getting burned. I've gotten burned more than once. So yeah, I totally feel it. Go death. Swift. Oh boy. Oh man. I am surprised that you did not fry with that level of that severity of a shock. Man. Yeah. Please don't get stabbed. I know that you know how to knife fight, and I know you don't like to know how to get knife fight. But yeah, burns are rough. They do not go away. Yeah. I think that one of my deaths that did not in no. One of my burns that did not involve a death. There we go. One of my burns that did not involve a death uh did involve me just straight up uh getting boiled, and that was a pretty unpleasant time. The scars from that took about yeah, it took 3 or 4 builds, I think, for the scars to eventually get patched out. Yeah. I have one scar, and it's been with me since a very, very early build. I don't know why. All of my other scars have faded, but this specific one has not. I mean, I've gotten plenty of scars from, again, since I've died several times. It just kind of happens that I get scars, but this specific one has not gone away, and I don't honestly know why. There we go. Money. Oh, I think I forgot to grab a snack. So, sorry, I will be right back. I just need to go grab something to eat really quick. Hang on. All right, there we go. I needed to sneeze so badly that it wiped my brain of any other thought than other than sneezing. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. I have a team of snacks, and I will consume them at some point. From now, I am a little bit hungry. Oh. Mm-hmm. Chicharrones, have fun. Also, I very much admire fictional bears, Pooh Bear especially. That is a good example of a fictional bear. Why people like bear so much. It has to do. I aim to be a very unlikable. That being said, I mean, I've seen people come to my street. For them, I'm a very unlikable. Then I am accomplishing my goal. Fuck yeah. Okay. Dr. Blood. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I go close to the mic and then you just hear me chewing. Right. No, what I've been saying is that, um, I've aimed to be. I'm not sure why people like bears so much. Probably because of all the teddy bear marketing. Um, and then I realized that I kind of aim to be a very unlikable bear. Um, and then I thought about the fact that I'm not sure if I'm getting to my target of being an unlikable bear. And then I realized that at least some of the people who come to my stream just once and then never come back, at least some of them did that because they didn't like something about my personality. Like, it wasn't because they were apathetic or anything. They just straight up didn't like me. In which case, I did succeed. So, fuck yeah. Thanks, Teddy Roosevelt. Yep. Teddy Roosevelt, head of the marketing division. Hmm. You find yourself disagreeable, huh? Why is that? Why would you say something like that about yourself? That being said, I am the kind of person who says those kinds of things about themselves, so, it's really at a genuine. A, you are told that you are a disagreeable person. Question: are you told that you are a disagreeable person by disagreeable people? Because. You're a delight. Absolutely. There we go. There we go. I would disagree. I don't feel like I'm a agreeable person, if only because I see my own flaws probably better than most other people because I am who I am. But, huh, that's apt. I would not say that everybody is a winner. And when it comes down to it, a lot of the time, what makes somebody agreeable or disagreeable is down to perspective or cultural differences. So, I feel like that's a very legitimate distinction to make. I don't want to be the kind of person who is here for everybody. I want to be able to I want to be able to say with confidence, hey, this is my content, this is what I am here to do, and if you don't like it, then there are hundreds of thousands of people trying to do the exact same thing I am, and they are worth your time. Not my stream, other people. Mm. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm not sure how I would like to respond to the parentage thing because I don't feel like a parent at the end of the day. Sure, I get stuck in caretaking roles a whole bunch of the time, but that's only because it seems as though I have things to say that make people regard me as such. It's never my goal to put myself in that position, I think. Yeah, this guy's been introducing me as their parent too, so it's been interesting. I'm not. I'm once again. I don't think I want to become a parent ever. Or it comes down to just not really thinking that I'm the right kind of person to be in any position of authority. Um, but um, I'm glad that you seem to enjoy having a role in someone else's life. I'll just send I'll send I'll send child support. How about that? I kind of like how whenever I chew, my model's mouth goes nom 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 nom, regardless of whether I'm actually opening my mouth or not. Like I'm not actually opening my mouth whenever I chew. It's just that either my microphone or VTube Studio has decided that I am to nom 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 whenever I chew. Nice. I think that's a pretty natural part of the human experience. Capital letters. I do not wish to be, and I'm not sure how many people understand the severity to which I do not want to be pursued. But the reality is that not a lot of people share that desire. Oh, oh. You feel as though that's a problem for you? Because you seem to be aware of it at least. That's nice. I want the same, except without someone to care for. uh, I don't care about anyone but myself, really. So, very unusual for me to be put in a position where I do need to care for other people, which does happen to me a lot as someone who does need to work and make. But it's inescapable. The part of being alive and integrated with society as a whole. So, not as though, you know, suppose, yeah. That being said, I've had plenty of time to introspect, and I've realized that I don't want to do that much at all. There's nothing really that interesting about me. So, the more introspecting I do, the more bored I get. uh, I'm definitely the kind of person who gets very curious about others. I think that's something that I have had to accept about myself. I don't like being around people much, but when it comes down to it, Maybe liking to understand people isn't the right word. Yes, I am a talking bear. This is true. Yeah, there are a lot of unusual things about my position. Um, a literal talking bear. That's uh. hmm. Wait, what the fuck was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? The fuck was I saying? I don't remember. Anyway, I kind of like being alone. It's not important. One of the only bits of genuine good advice that any of the researchers gave me was that if if it was important enough, I'll remember it later. Which, by the way, is only decent because it's absolutely not fucking true. I forget about important things all the time. Um, but it does help me live my day to day without trying to stress out if I've forgotten something or not. And as it turns out, if you have ADHD, it's really, really helpful to do that every once in a while. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I don't think I enjoy learning about other people. What I am is good at it, and or not maybe not even figuring out other people. I don't think I'm particularly good at that. I'm good at keeping up the curiosity about other people because one thing I really enjoy is discovering something that I didn't know before. Yeah. I don't like to think of it as an interrogation process. Getting to know someone else should not be, I feel, an interrogation. Sometimes things just need to come out very naturally. Have you ever read The Little Prince by Antoine Saint-Exupéry? Antoine Saint-Exupéry. There we go. Yeah. Hmm. There's a part in the book that's fairly famous where the little prince adopts a fox. And there's a part in the book where the little prince, well, maybe not adopts a fox, tames a fox. That's the word. That's the specific word that the fox used. Tame me. So your existence becomes specific, and you will be a boy amongst other boys, and I will be a fox amongst other foxes. And I think that the process of getting to know another person, or just another person in general, because what happens is that the fox tells the little prince exactly how to get to know him, basically. And it involves just being there very patiently, getting close step by step, until suddenly you realize that you can tell that even if that other person is just another person, they are your person. Am I? Yeah, maybe I am. I think that that's. I don't know if that's true of all relationships in the end. I'm not the arbiter of every single relationship in the world, but it does seem very apt to say that a relationship with me takes time. A lot of it. And I die so much that I don't usually give enough people enough time to actually get to know me as I am. Really. In what way? You only know about 2 or 3 things about the fox. Elaborate, please. Or is it just a vibe? Vibes are acceptable. Vibes are always acceptable. I mean, Skyrim, vibing constantly. Oh, I wonder how their 24-hour stream is going. Started by now, hasn't it? It's more than started. It's been going on for about 12 hours. 36 hours. Goodness. I've stayed up 36 hours, but not by choice. It was the insomnia. I don't think anyone has that kind of patience unless they are a little bit strange like me. So, yeah, perhaps I have told you, but you don't end up following through, then I'm really quite alright with it. Yeah. I am the type to be a person to be very friendly, but not immediately friendly. But not immediately friends, I suppose. But the deathly difference between what we like is that you want someone else there and I do not. I think that there's nothing more frightening than coming home and knowing that there's somebody there waiting for me. Oh no. The Necronomicon's there. My voice actor put it there. They're a witch, you know. They enjoy that kind of thing. Alright, there we go. That's true. I don't find myself a very reliable person. And I don't think that I should have Mm-mm. There are a lot of people, and a lot of the interns were overseeing were a bit like that. There's one that I still see regularly who were very different. Oh, oh. Um, there are, I think that how you feel about this kind of thing is, I wouldn't say it's a common enough thing, but it's something that I've encountered before in people who are around me. There is an intern. Yeah, I'll probably look into that later. Um, there is an intern who I still see pretty regularly who we think so differently about things that it's a little bit hard to believe that we get along as well as we do. I think the main difficulty that I've had understanding her is that she's the opposite in me in that she wants to be relied on. And I refuse to rely on anyone. And she takes it as a sign of me not liking her. Or used to, anyway. We talked about it. Hmm. We were complete opposites in that respect, though, so I understand where you're coming from. But I can't say that it's a part of my life experience or my lives experience. Oh, oh, my apple! Not my apple. I think that's factually untrue. But for you, I know that it's a very real thing for you. So just know that I'm an existentialist, so I don't think that there is any meaning to anyone being alive. Ever. There's no point. So we have to make it. Hmm. That's rough. Hmm. A lot to put on yourself, frankly. But I think it's good that you have purpose for yourself. Just make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for anybody else. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that right now. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, microphone. I got so close to it that I bumped it. Yeah, I'll look at the gain settings later. You know what we call that kind of person? Cult leaders. I joke, I joke. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You don't lead cults plural. Does that mean you lead a cult singular? I kid, Hmm. So that doesn't make you. Yeah, you're right. You're not a cult leader. You're a cult enthusiast, which is a very different thing. Or, well, a cult marketing agent? uh, Man, if I could convert people to Common Writer in the same way some people convert people to religion, I'd fucking do it. If I have a religion, it's probably Common Writer. uh, that being said, though, oh, we're almost at the end. Only a minute left. I'm very relieved about this. I think I will fit in one more run and then I will dip because there are other things I would like to do today. Make some grown-up professional calls. Shaman. Professional shaman, huh? I hope you have fun with that. Haha. And getting laid a lot is a big thing in cults, right? Maybe you aren't a cult leader then. Yeah, I hate leading too. I tend to end up in leadership positions mostly because other people don't want to fucking do it. But at the end of the day, I truly do hate being in charge of other people. Ah! Please stay away from me. Yeah. Oh! My fucking god, how are you guys getting in my wall? Stay out of my wall. The wall is there for a reason. Oh, they're getting in because there's only 5 seconds left. That's how they're getting in. It's the end of the fucking game. That's funny. You're half a country away. In what context did you say that? Because once again, unfortunately, I've been alone for so long that I've never had to keep track of what I'm saying. So I've literally forgotten what I've said whenever said in response. Hmm. Hmm. Well, you aren't currently trying to murder me like pretty much the 47,835 mobs that tried unsuccessfully to kill me. So, not that I do want you any closer. I won't. I will get that. Um, I would like to get that just straight out into the open right now. I do not want to get closer with anyone, people that I like included. But at least you're not trying to murder me, and I feel like that should count for something, even if I don't mean it in a menacing way. Just a hug. Oh, I appreciate that. Fucking love apples. How about them apples? Literal. Okay. Time to go and beat this game with something else. Why is the DPS on Heaven's Sword so fucking good? Good lord. Alright. I think I have enough for the last growth power up. Yes, I do. Hey. Alrighty. After that, I think I'm just gonna grab some health. Well, oof, armor's getting expensive. I guess I'll buy that next, and then it'll be curses after that. Yay. Yes. I think that's fair. I appreciate it though. I've met a lot of puppy like people who don't have the self awareness, know kind of person that they are talking. And I'm not very good at advertising exactly what I'm about because I don't want to hurt anyone's. So I appreciate. Got a lot of trouble with people getting too close too quick. Am I a porcupine? Perhaps I am. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm a porcupine. Or a sea urchin. You know how you crack sea urchins up and there's a very, very soft center? Imagine cracking open a porcupine and finding nothing in there. That would be. No, that's a geode. Oh. No, no, but then that's not spiky on the outside. You know, evolution wise, it would not be very wise for something to be spiky on the outside if there is nothing in fact on the inside. The sea urchin thing does not the comparison to a sea urchin unfortunately does not belong to me. I read it in a book once. Sea urchin people. I would not say sea urchin person. I would not say that I'm much of a person. But I do have the tendency to come off as a little bit. I listen to people too easily, I think, for the kind of person that I am. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, let's play Pascalina, and then I'll try and get some groceries then. Off we go! Inlaid Library. Stort. Ah! I forgot that the very beginning with Pascalina is just a mad dash away from that lady because there's no way to aim at her. Oh. Oh, I've forgotten completely how you evolve Ate the Sparrow. Is it? Oh shit, I forgot. I want to take it though. This sounds like it would be really funny. I know that getting the other weapon is so rare, but it's such a fun weapon though. I really want it. Okay, so this one is weapon speed, so I don't necessarily... Wait. No cooldown, yes. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Yeah. I think making me laugh is pretty easy. You just say, "Shos play Kalupus," and I just die every Shos play Kalupus. Just play Kalupus. uh, why every single time? Duplicator. I will say though, it is not the easiest thing to make laugh. You know how evolutionarily people smile, or creatures evolved the ability to smile because it's a reaction to being uncomfortable rather than comfortable. I think evolutionarily I'm still at the point where I sometimes smile when I'm incredibly uncomfortable, or just involuntarily, even though I don't mean to smile. Yes, that's definitely me. Yeah. It's a bit uncomfortable, right? It's not armor. What the hell is it? I don't remember the upgrade item for gun. Gun! Yeah. She's a giggle at a funeral. Amen. Yes! Amen. 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 Okay, so now we need to figure out what the evolution item is for that, because I don't fucking remember, bruh. I think we need to guess to play our game of keep away. I've been thinking about having another stream for singing, but not specifically just a knock 'em out of the park kind of singing. It would probably be unlisted because I would just be singing whatever comes to mind and I would try to include as many songs that I can sing that sound good without the backing vocals. I don't know if people would be interested in that though, because it really would just literally be me vibing and just singing whatever comes to mind. Like how some people do when they do their chores. Music. Amen. Amen. It wouldn't even be that. It's the kind of singing that I'd imagine mothers do whenever they're doing the dishes or the laundry. You know, in those romanticized 1950s way that people sometimes like to think about being domestic, I suppose. Ah. Mm-mm. Just from singing on yourself, I think the only time I've ever really broken my voice after singing is when I go a little bit too hard in the car and it's one of my longer drives. Or I. Man, what is it for? I guess it'll remind me, but. Let's. Yeah. Or whenever I go to karaoke, I definitely throw out my voice at karaoke. I try to think that I'm not doing it to impress anyone, but the reality is that I just really love singing. I'd hear that. I don't think the researchers hated my voice necessarily. I just don't think they liked it, the reminder that I was there. Just gonna finish off Tracer. See what exactly? Me going full force out of karaoke? Well, you've already seen that. My karaoke stream is... Okay, my karaoke stream is a little more impressive than my usual karaoke experience, but that's because I was able to prepare. In real life. Okay, I suppose that's a bit different then. Man, what is the upgrade item? Fucking guns. Ugly. I remember. Yeah. I don't know if I'm fun at karaoke. I will say that people do invite me to parties because I'm... Oh yeah, it was Chirijisu, that's right. Um... 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 I will say that people sometimes do invite me in parties because I am literally the only person guaranteed to, what's the word? Stay dry, I suppose. So people usually like to invite me, so there is a designated sane person. And they don't have to be. Um, and people seem to think that they can usually trust me to make sure that I not only stay dry, but don't, and make sure that I am actually paying attention to the drunk people around me, which is a true statement, but I will also only do it because I enjoy playing very small, harmless pranks. undrunk people. So neither do I. I'm a social drinker, really. I think it's more accurate to say that I don't understand the appeal in drunkenness because I act and feel drunk pretty much all the time. People describe it as being very relaxed and uninhibited. Like, that's me. That's me already. Tiny bit of a brat. Here I am. Alcohol-free stuff, yeah. No, I am a sweet drinks kind of person. Ain't nothing wrong with the Shirley Temple. They're very small pranks. Just a very, very small bit of mind games. So, just the kind of lies that don't actually harm anything and are just kind of funny. Cigars, huh? Ooh. Let's see. Wondering if I'm gonna pick up a Spellbinder for the taste. Oh, how was yeah. I feel like a lot of people have very mixed experiences with alcohol. Mostly has to do with the company they're in, honestly. That's my observation anyway, but I don't know. I know that my experience in the world is not complete, nor is it necessarily accurate. How are your visitors, by the way, Marvin? Did you have a good time with them? Are they gone? It's only been about an hour. Oh no! Rip! Oh, good gravy! Oh, golly. Hold on. Okay. I've got Tirajisu, I have Empty Tome, I have Duplicator, I have Spellbinder. I guess I could take Stone Mask. I mean, I need the coins. Are you a happy drunk or an appreciative drunk? Because I've noticed that those are two very different things. Appreciative drunks... Okay, maybe not that different, because a happy drunk can also be an appreciative drunk. But sometimes an appreciative drunk is not a happy drunk. Alright, just grab the other so. I think I've only gotten drunk once, and the only thing it did was make me louder at karaoke, so... No. Okay, I've only gotten tipsy, but that was twice. And if you put those two experiences together, I think that all that happens is that I get louder as a person. I think I'm exactly the same. A nice person. Now, are we saying nice or kind? Because those are two very different things. Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's very, very wonderful. Nice drunks are nice to deal with. Oh boy, that doesn't sound great. Hope the girl's okay. My god. That's a whole fucking bunch of drunk people. The hell they do that for? Just the one person. I don't care if they murdered somebody. It's 1v14. That's not fair. Yeah, I think that putting a little bit of wine in your cooking is a little it brings a richer taste to your food, so definitely would suggest that. Sometimes whenever I feel fancy, I just whenever I'm cooking spaghetti, whatever protein I'm using, whatever meat I'm using, I fry it up in a little bit of white wine or something. A lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, I just... I think it's safe to say that when it comes down to it, my understanding of the human experience begins and ends with violence towards others. Although, now that I really think about it, now that I've had more lives to be a real person in, I will say that whenever somebody is cruel to someone else, it's usually because they feel as though they have no other option. Some people are just cruel to be cruel. Hold on, have I upgraded anything all the way? Oh, okay, I can do wand upgrade, I think. I hope, I mean, at the very least, I hope she doesn't remember it. Oh god, what a way to ruin. Yeah, beer does make a good marinade. Although I've only used it in, what, a couple of things. And that's my last gun upgrade. Yay! Gun! Oh, what are you gonna make? What is Chef Arbone going to make tomorrow? Love that. Whiskey or bourbon, huh? Chicken wings and homemade. Oh, that sounds so good. Let me know how it is. Hey, I wonder if that tastes different if the beer in Germany. I've heard that the beer in Germany is very good, so I wonder if it'll taste any different with non-American beer. Oh, that's something that I'd really like to try someday. Ooh, that would be a lot of fun. I mean, yes, but I think you would die in the process. I'm not a medical professional. So you're just gonna have to accept death as much as I have. You. Yes, enjoy that meal. That sounds delicious. Well, alright, if it's worth the pain. Must learn. Yeah. I always wonder, do I dislike beer because I just don't like the taste? Or do I dislike beer because I am in America and I've never had good beer before? Things to think, much to consider, things to think about. Yay. Good. Okay. Good. I wonder if I should take Curse now. I feel like I should. I'm now completely OP. I do not like this word, but I feel as though it is appropriate here. That is simp behavior. Just saying. I guess I'll make this a curse run. Great Bible yet. Upgrade. Like. I do laugh at simp behavior. I find it very funny. Sometimes someone is so beautiful that you suddenly give them all the money that you have and you wonder, how did I get into this position? Who am I? I think that's a very legitimate question to ask and also a very understandable dilemma to be in. De bonheur. A greedy bastard, huh? So you wouldn't give them all the money. I see, I see. I see, I see. Well, that works out. I mean, I don't understand the value of money, so someone is usually has to be in charge of my money. You are a jealous god. I see, I see. This is such a soothing game now that I've unlocked most. Alright. So what you're saying is that you are Smaug the dragon in your dragon armor, living on a mountain, eating dwarves. I don't think Smaug actually ate dwarves though. Just kind of sat around with his shitty armor. See, that's what I'm saying. Simp behavior. Sometimes you see someone so beautiful that you just give them all the money in your pocket. And that's just how it is. No one is immune to someone who's completely beautiful. Or, okay, very few people are immune to people who are just beautiful. Not sexy. Sexy is a completely different thing. Beautiful, I feel like, is something very difficult to combat. My god. My god. Fucking guns, man. Beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder. But boy howdy. Sometimes I am simply a clown in the Louvre. Do you know what I mean? I'm too bright! The brightness! I'm shining, bruh! Alright, that's my last curses. The beauty, by the way. So, I guess you are a titty man and not an ass man? Pog. A bear in the Louvre would be funny. It would cause so much destruction, but god. That bear would be a better artist than Banksy at that point. Cuddleman! Wakaruman! I cannot see my player character anymore. I will not lie. She's completely covered in brightly colored projectiles. Hmm. Strange thing to say for someone. Suppose that is very simp behavior. That is what this is, simp behavior. Alright. Hmm. And yet you are a hugger. How do these things... Ah. So you're a hugger, but not a touchy. You're the kind who initiates, is what I'm getting out of this, yes? Totally understandable. Just would like to clarify. God, this looks like the aftermath of New Year's Eve, or like someone who's having a lot of fun with Silly String. The screen right now. It's absolutely absurd. Understandable. Hmm. Hmm. I would say that comforting people are very nice to have around. But Ika, the only intern on this channel that who actually has a name now that I think about it. I feel as though Ika and I get along very well because she doesn't she does her best to phrase things very gently. But the reality is she's such a forthright and honest person that she gets very hurtful with the things she says. And honestly, I think I need that level of honesty in a relationship. Any kind of relationship. Friendship, family, friends, anything. I think I need that level of honesty or else I don't understand things straight up. Mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, I figured it must have been something. Yeah, and you won't. She doesn't want to be a part of the channel. uh, when I told her that I was starting a streamer channel, she was like, "Oh, that's cool," and I was like, "I'm gonna mention you a lot," and she was like, "Okay, do I have to take responsibility for that, any of that?" And I was like, "If I have my way, no," and she was like, "Sick." Yeah. Um. Yeah, I really enjoy being friends with Ika though. He is probably one of the only people I've ever met who He's one of the only people I've ever met who I've been friends with for so long, specifically because we have very little in common, I think. We both are nerds, I suppose, and we both really like anime. But we, other than that, have very little in common. And I like that. I like the fact that we're constantly trying to evaluate the things that we say. So we are treating each other like people and not just like receptacles for idle conversation, I suppose. I like that I actually need to work to understand her. It's not easy. And I think that when it comes to people that I understand a little bit too easily, people tend to get the wrong idea about me, I suppose. Because I think the people I understand very easily are also the type of people who think that that makes an immediate connection, which I personally disagree with. I just maybe I just get along with people very easily. Yeah, I like to be challenged a little bit. I like people who call me out or tell me when I'm wrong. Because even though it hurts, even though I absolutely hate it, I hate being wrong. I hate hurting other people. I hate being caught on my back foot. I know that I need it, or else I not only will I be ignorant of the ways that I lack as a human being, as a bear. I will never be able to become the kind of person who can say, "Hey, I can get over this and grow it and grow." Yeah, I don't like being pedestal. Um, Not to say that I think I grew up spoiled or anything, but I feel as though sometimes that people didn't know what to do with me because I was made to do a lot of things. So they just sort of had me do anything that I could in order to further their ends. So maybe I'm not phrasing this. Give me a second. I wouldn't say that I'm very good at anything specific, but I do have a tendency to pick up things very quickly. And when people see that, there's always this tendency of theirs to suddenly get very kind because not because of any specific sort of like trickery on their part, but they instantly think, oh, I have to be kind to this person, or else I will fall out of contact with them, or they'll hate me, and whatever, and then I will never meet this person again, which is true. But at the same time, I don't know. I've been in a lot of cases where people have been very kind to me for ulterior motives. And not even like financially, just I suppose that I've been friends with a lot of people who wanted more, yes. And at this point I'm a little bit tired of it. I just kind of want to vibe. So at the end of the day, I really value people who won't necessarily be cruel to me, but people who will tell me exactly how I fucked up, or if I've been gross or cruel or unkind, or basically less than I could be. Because I feel like that's a lot more honest than being people just being kind to me because they want certain behavior out of me. All good. Yeah. That's the other thing. I'm a little bit too forgiving. I'm chill. Possibly because I see myself doing the same thing. Or I can imagine myself doing about the same thing, so. Yeah. Not necessarily cruel. Don't be unkind. But I do appreciate it when people are truly unafraid to speak their mind with me. Because there is a lot to be said about being polite and being socially acceptable and being just the kind of person who is listened to because they say things kindly but sincerely. That's one thing. That's one thing entirely separate. But for me, when it comes to someone being honest with me, like I appreciate it. Thank you. A lot of the time, um, whenever I draw something and I really want an honest opinion about it, the first person I go to is Igla. Not because I think that she'll give me praise, even though she does. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating, but the first thing she'll do is tell me exactly where it looks like shit. Or exactly a way in which I could improve it, or exactly the way she doesn't like it and wants it another way. And I really appreciate that. Because all of my life, I've worked on things, and people don't know how to give me criticism for things that I fuck up on. And because it's either that they're not as skilled as I am at the thing, or they are, but they think that they are going to hurt my feelings if they don't give me an exact honest opinion, or they're just incredibly cruel people who don't give me anything at all. Yeah. I like Iggle a lot though, because even if she herself is not an artist, but her eye is not that of an artist, but it's just different from mine, and she's also seen different kinds of art than I have, and she's much more, her mind is much more capable of holding on to certain patterns than I am. So whenever she looks at something that I've looked at, she always notices something different from what I've noticed. Whenever I think, oh, this isn't good and I don't know why, she's the one who can tell me what it is that I saw. Even if I can't put it into words, she can put it into words. Yeah. Yeah. That's why she says that she can't draw. She's a little bit too self-critical to keep practicing because she always knows where she fucks up but can't fix it. I always tell her that only goes away with practice, but that being said, her plan in life is not to be an artist, so yeah, but I really appreciate it when people are brutally honest with me, because I sometimes like to think that it's because it's the same thing I would like to do with others if I didn't think so hard about the shit I'm trying to say. I wonder what I would say if I didn't pause every once in a while to try and phrase things exactly the way I want them to. Maybe I'll try that sometime. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Apathetic to each other, huh? Yeah. Suffice to say that I don't think you're her vibe. But no one has to be anyone's vibe. At the end of the day, we're all individuals who are trying to find people who vibe with your certain inexplicable shitty weirdness. Okay, I'm gonna try. Let me try and do the thing where I don't actually think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Oh man, filter coming down. Yeah. I did. Maybe that is exactly what I'm thinking, because I don't think I think in words. Which, I mean, I'm a bear. I don't think I think I need to. I don't think it's natural for me to think in words. But I tried to do the thing just now where I didn't actually rephrase it in my head. And I came up with just thought pat that. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm really Scatman Jones. I think in Scatman Joe. Oh no. I think in Animal Crossing. Oh my god. That's the voice in my heart. Undertale. I'm Scatman Jones. Oh, I'm glad you think it's adorable. Me, I think it's a little annoying because I have a very large vocabulary, and yet what do I use it for? Memes, mostly. Uh, like there were actual words, but they were like I think in ideas, I think. If I had to describe exactly what was happening in my head. I had an idea in my head, and it seemed like words at the time. But then when I opened my mouth to say them, they did not come out in a complete manner. Also, did I leave a chest? I'm apparently right on top of it. Oh, there it is. Okay. If you like. I do that often with the books I write too, so I'd have no problem with anyone writing me into a book. I am fictional after all, so it's not like it actually concerns me. Uh, oh yeah, I ended up reading that the short story that you sent me. Hmm. Now, would you like me to be Gomi about it, or would you like me to be Ikko about it? That is not an either or. It's a short story, right? So, the universe in it is self-contained. Ickle me. Okay. It's incomplete, is the first thing I will say. It's incomplete, it's in its first draft. So, whatever I say will keep that in mind. Actually, I'm done. Uh, I'm pretty much done playing the game, so I'm gonna switch over to the Zatsudan screen as soon as I die again. Yay. Oh, wait, hold on. Damn. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die like 4 times. Because Mr. Dude here is very strong. Alright, there we go. It's because I took a Tirajisu, and that makes her revive like a million times. I'm actually, hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me go over to the Zatsudan. And let me put on some chill music actually, because I'm gonna probably do this for about 10 minutes. Alright. I don't want to listen to that. Okay. Let me go ahead and close Vampire Survivors for tonight. Skip ad. Alright, and there we go. Alright. So I'm actually getting a piece of paper because this is very important to me, and I think best in writing rather than speaking. So, if you would like, I can beta this for you. My grasp of the English language is probably too good, and I don't mind doing that for you. So, right now, what I will say that none of my criticism will have to do with your grammatical errors or spelling errors. This will not be a part of that criticism because I don't think it's valuable right now. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I used to be an editor in one of my lives. Um, Copy editor, really. So, the intended structure for this story was a short story, correct? So, everything in the story is self contained. Even if there is a larger narrative outside of the narrative within the context of what is happening, there in you intended for there to be a beginning, middle, and end to this self-contained story. Am I correct? Okay, originally no, but it was changed. Okay, would you like it to stay a short story? Or would you like this to be a vignette in a larger set of stories? Or perhaps something that you could, in fact, insert back into a larger story? Hmm. I see. Okay, so that is in the past. What about the future? If you haven't decided yet, that's okay. Or if you would, in an ideal world, do one thing, and realistically you can't do it, and another thing has to happen, tell me about both. Hmm. In what way do you work well with the group? You need someone to bounce ideas off of and recontextualize whatever's happening in your head? Or are you just better at brainstorming in a group? So, what I'm getting out of this is that you have no real clear scope for where you want the story to be at its very end. It's more of a sketch, I suppose, which is all right. But if this is not intended for public eye or publication, then that's going to change the nature of my criticism. Because what I will say that I see. So it's a portfolio sketch. Then what I'll start with first is what I liked about it. I think that's fair. I liked that the relationship with the characters was immediately clear. Sometimes there is a lot of good to be done between two characters whose relationship is a little bit unclear and then progresses into clarity later. But that's only if that's the point of the piece. The point of your piece is to display a relationship in its and the way these two characters bounce off of each other. It's a character piece, basically, or a relationship piece. And I find that very cool. It was very clear how these two people felt about each other. I would have liked a little bit more from Callus, but that's a personal preference. I would have liked a little bit more from Gizmo. Callus, I feel, is very well characterized in this. But I think this is a personal preference. This is a character piece about Callus, and I think that keeping the focus there, if you want to keep this a short story, is the. Now, when it comes to actually structuring this, like a short story, or something that you would be able to put in a portfolio. Oh, now when it comes to okay. Oh goodness gracious! Let me turn up the gain a little bit. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay. So, what I will say is that I really liked how clear Callus is as a person. We know Callus's relationship with everybody else. It's having a character with a strong opinion is always a good way to go with a short story. Sometimes you'll get characters who are a little bit lost in themselves, but that only really works out if you have enough room within the context of the narrative to contextualize why they are the way they are. With this, it's more of a character piece that describes a character's relationship with others rather than a character whose main goal is to do something else. I think that's good. I think that knowing where your focus is the first way to start in a short story. One thing I will point out is that if you were to go back to this piece at all, I would first suggest reading it all the way through as though you're looking for a narrative thread, like something to tug on. Go back to English class and say, what is the purpose of this scene? Why was this here? Why is all of this happening? What are we displaying? Because I feel as though, as a short vignette of what you can do with two characters in a room, it's very good. But in the context of a short story, what you're trying to do is shape a narrative around a very small piece within time and space. And that's a very different thing from just a character study. Short stories are narratively structured differently from long-form stories, because in a long-form story, you have the luxury of getting to know a character. In a short story, you have a very limited amount of space. It's a bit like a movie. You have a very limited amount of space in order to contextualize what a character does from beginning to end. So what you're not doing is fully characterizing this person from beginning to end. What you're actually doing is creating a narrative in which they can show who they are. Right now, in this story, we know Callus is a professional, that they have a long-time relationship with Gizmo, that Gizmo is at least a working partner or a friend. It left me wanting to know more. And not in a way that is usually ideal for a short story. In a short story, you do want to be left knowing a little bit more, in that the circumstances of the character are so compelling that you want to know exactly what happens next. In a short story, that's what you want. In the context of your story, I found myself wanting to know more because I didn't know why I was reading about this one specific situation when we could have been having about the same interaction in a kitchen, for example, where Gizmo was letting Callus in on a new invention that they made just for the kitchen. So what I wanted was, exactly why are we here right now with this specific instrument that Gizmo has given Callus? With this specific instrument, why before this mission? There is a narrative lack of purpose, I suppose, to this one specific moment. Nothing compels me to say, oh, it's really important that we are here in this specific time to know exactly what happened to this person. I read in one of my creative writing classes, I read this one short story where it was literally about a homeless man wandering around, drugged up and incredibly thirsty on an incredibly hot day. And all he was doing was walking around in the sun, trying to get out of the sun, trying to find water. And he was in a fully public place, and people were ignoring him because he was a very scary, homeless, clearly hallucinating man. and the perspective was written from inside of his head, but not to the point where we could actually see inside. So what was compelling was the strangeness of his situation. The ways in which he would sometimes think about doing things that one would not necessarily do, even if you were, again, drugged up out of your mind, dehydrated, and hallucinating. He was thinking things that not even someone in that situation would even consider. He was in such dire straits that even though this was just another day in his life, I found myself thinking, okay, this man is clearly not all right. There's something compelling about this. There's something sincerely tragic about this person. I need to know what happened to him. I need to know exactly why he's fixating on this one thing or this other thing. Because he had a fixation on not only just being incredibly hot and uncomfortable, but like he had a fixation on the birds in the sky that he would follow from place to place randomly. And the specific way the birds were described in his head as gently descending, as though drawn close to something important that he had in him. There was something very compelling about that. So what I'm trying to say with this example is that it doesn't have to be an important moment, but it does have to be important that we are in this moment and we are finding out something, or we are in the process of finding out something. In this context, I know that this relationship is important to Callus, but I don't exactly know where that was supposed to go or why it's headed there. I didn't see anything very strange about the situation. I'm a very good, like I said, in another life I used to be a copy editor, so I like being able to, maybe that's something that I actually enjoy doing. I love reading so much. I haven't read a book in a while. Oh, well, thank you. I used to be a teacher in one life, a tutor in another. I did a lot of teaching. So, if I didn't like it, I at least got very good at it. Man. You know what? One thing I would really love to do? I would love... Well, I did enjoy that. I've actually been rereading some books from the past. So if there's a book that you're Oh, that's right. Oh, what is the name of that book? Dead Witch Walking. Right. Okay, let me go ahead and order that. No, I think I might need to buy it. Digitally, because I don't think I should buy more books when I'm trying to clean out my place, but... Man, I don't want it on Kindle, though. Do I have to buy the actual book? Maybe it's at my local library. Hang on. Yeah, I've read Game of Thrones. It's fine. The fuck is the fictions? I'm very well read. So there's very little in this world, literature-wise, that will surprise me. So don't worry about it. Check it out on Hoopla. Alright. The heck? There we go. Huh. Can I just sign up for this? Hmm. Hmm. Where the hell is this library? Am I anywhere near this library is the question. Excellent question. Let's go ahead and search. Maps. Support your local libraries. They provide a valuable service. Oops. Oh well. Okay, you know what? Let's just do that one. Yeah. I love books so much. When I was in my other lives. Uh-oh. Ah, shit. This is gonna take a while. Fuck. Yeah. I'll probably make this one private and then I have to mute myself. Oh god damn it. I realized it exactly when I said it. Fuck. Oh well, that's fine. But yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna give up. I am just gonna buy this in paperback. That being said, it's been a while since I've been to my local library, so I don't know. Now that things have calmed down publicly, I probably want to go back. Alright. Yeah. I suppose. Yep, place order. Once I'm done with it, I probably will donate it to the public library. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. That's that. Yeah, I would like to read. I'm currently reading a book called A Perfect... Yeah, I will. I'm currently reading a book called A Perfect Universe, which is a non-fiction book. It's about string theory. I really enjoy theoretical physics, so I really wanted to learn about string theory, and from the reviews online, it seemed like one of the most accessible ways to learn about string theory, as it currently stands here in a few decades in the year 2000. But it's been a while since I've read fiction for fun. I have a lot of books that I would like to read. You know, someday. Like, you actually read my mind in that respect. I would like to have a book club, if only just to talk about the books I've been reading. To escape your insignificant self. It's a good way to do that. Have you ever read a book and the moment you close it and you look up, it's like your brain is struggling to come back from another world? Like everything feels less real and more dense. Like, yeah. Well, I am fictional, so it's kind of a normal part of life, but there are a lot of books I should read now that I think about it. Maybe I'll bring a book with me more places when I'm just trying to get through it. A very visual person. Remember when I said that I'd never really played RuneScape growing up? Because I had other MMO experiences. Oh, it's self-insert. It's like I'm not there. I don't know if you've ever heard of something called a MUD or a MUSH or an MOOS. A multi-user dungeon or a multi-user a massively online dungeon. Basically, it is a text-based MMO. What you would do is you would go into your terminal, or, well, that's in my case as a Mac user, but I suppose if you're a Windows user, you would be going into command line and you would look up a specific port and ISP, or sorry, URL. And on that port, someone would have an entire server. An entire server of people playing a video game. But there is no video. it is all text. And it's not like, what is the classic text-based adventure? Zork, I suppose? I think that's what it's called. It's not, it is a bit like that, in which all of your actions are described to you and there are no visuals. But it is a true MMO experience. You are there in a generated character that you are almost completely free to customize, because the customization is all done in text, and you are free to put in any description you like for your character. I played a lot of those. Not MMOs, not RuneScape or anything, because I'm a very visual person myself, I suppose. And if something in my visuals does not add up to a visual I like, I replace it with my own. And if I am not skilled enough to do that, then I find the means to do it elsewhere. It's nice because, I mean, there are some limitations, of course. I mean, text being one of them, and the other thing being that in a lot of video games you're limited to one class or one race, I suppose, one species. So in that sense you're limited, but other than that you are free to do whatever you like, as long as you don't mind that it's completely in text. And you're right, it is very freeing. I enjoy the creation of a character description that I found to be more accurate to life than any video game generator could generate for me. That was before I learned how to draw properly, too. But yeah, I would probably call those characters OCs, because I'm not inserting myself into those characters, I think. I am simply not there, and I am telling their story. For me, in those moments, my fictionality is very important. It's important to me that this character has their time in order to tell a specific story. Yeah. Yeah. I suppose from a creator, an actor's perspective, I suppose. For me, I'm more of a narrator. Someone who tells a story and creates it, rather than embody it. Although, you know, some of the best storytellers are the people who embody the story in some sense, so maybe I'm trying to have a little bit of the best of both worlds. Method actor. Just as long as you don't go too far with it. Viggo Mortensen, when he was working on the Lord of the Rings, he did a lot of method. He rode a horse around and carried his sword around all the time. I think that there are responsible ways of doing method, and that's one of them. Oh, half hour after I planned. It is a whole hour after I planned on ending the stream. But I'm having so much fun talking about storytelling. Oh, I really should. Yeah. Creation is the difficult thing. Question. I have a book that I am writing. I don't think I ever meant it for publication. But in the case that I do write it, would you be interested in reading it? I have a few chapters, and I have a vague scope of what's happening, but I can't promise much. Maybe I'll pick it back up and see if I can get some progress on it then. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do need to get groceries today. Oof. I don't have much time to do it. God. Stay. But I do really, really need those groceries. Well, I wouldn't say I would work together on a book, but if you need someone to give you their honest opinion on something you're writing, I wouldn't mind. Alright, that'll be it for me today. Thank you. Alright, and that's it for today's stream. It will be going down because I did accidentally dox myself. But other than that, I hope today has been entertaining. I turned into a Zatodon stream before I realized it. But yeah, if you're reading this, or you're watching this, my goodness, you're watching this VOD for whatever reason, and you are not currently one of the 2 people in the stream, I don't know why you got here, and I don't know how. But thank you. I appreciate it, per usual. That's it for me. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye.